A warm welcome back to today's video, and yes, today I'm going to talk about, as it said in the title, how I got my VO2 Max up to a skyrocket score of 65. Oh yes, my friends, welcome back. It's Sunday, the 17th of May. I hope you're all keeping well in this lockdown. For those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel. Yes, I post regular videos on all sorts of stuff, mainly about running. I'm slowly getting into triathlon, but other things also. And if you are new, please do click on that subscribe button and give us the thumbs up and leave some comments. This is a happy community that we have here. We all enjoy what we do, so leave some comments below. So onwards with the video. Yes, VO2 65, pretty astonishing considering my VO2 was 55. Not so long ago, yes. But before I go into the details and what I've been doing exactly, I've just got to give a big thank you to each and every one of you guys. In particular, some of the triathletes who saw my pain and tribulations trying to fit the TT bar, and it just didn't work. And I appreciate the feedback that people gave, and also my flatmate said the similar thing about moving the cables on the handlebars away, putting the clip-on bars on, and then having the cables going around that. I just didn't feel like dismantling my current lovely bike over there. Natalia doesn't need to be changed, so I decided to take off a TT bar, send them back. And as the saddle is for a TT saddle position, whilst there's nothing wrong with the saddle, it just didn't fit right when you're sitting up. It was a bit too wide down there, shall we say. So, but when you're down in the TT, fantastic. But yeah, so posted those back. So my early birthday present gone. Yes, birthday. Would you believe this month I'll be 59? 59! I feel so old, but oh, as I touch my face, where's my beard gone? Damn. Oh yeah, I did shave it off during lockdown. Some people have grown beards. I decided to shave mine off. If I could do something with this hair, it's becoming a bit of a mess now. Are you having similar issues back in your place where you're, getting the hair done? I know some people have actually cropped it all off. I'm not tempted to do that myself. I think I'd make a mashup, right mess of it all. But yeah, thank you all so much for the interaction, by the way, on the previous video. And the other videos as well. So VO2 65. If you've been following me regular, you'll remember that back in February I had general anaesthetic for surgery on me one of my kidneys, to have some kidney stones removed. And that was enough said about that. That was back in February, and here we are, May. It's May the 17th, and I'm fighting fit. I've never felt so fit in all my life. Yes, there's been lockdown, limitations, restrictions, but I've done a whole host of things where I've been working around the guidelines. Yes, the social distancing, the going out once a day, although now it is unlimited here in the UK. We can go and exercise forever and a day, although I don't know of anyone. Do you know of anyone who goes out and does unlimited exercise every day? Anyway, yes, so I've got planned later, I'll tell you more what I've got planned for later in the week. It's pretty astonishing. It's something I've never done before, and I'm going to really go for it. So yeah, that's something to look forward to towards the end. But in terms of the dates, as I mentioned, and I've written them down here in some notes here because they are quite key dates. My VO2 back in January, towards the end of January, was 55. So the 20th of January, my VO2 was 55. I was coming up to surgery, kidney stones, pain, all that stuff. The whole of January was pretty painful for me. The kidney stones were diagnosed, excuse me, kidney stones were diagnosed back in December, literally just after Malaga Marathon. How I finished that marathon, I don't know. I was in a lot of pain. Certainly the days afterwards and flying back, it was just bad memories. I enjoyed the marathon, apart from the last few miles where the heart rate rocketed up, and I think that was down to kidney stones. Yep, problems. But anyway, so I had December and all of January of just nothingness, really. Apart once I finished that marathon, which was the sort of early December, I had Christmas, New Year, and just kept things ticking over. I'd go out, you know, just little short runs, yeah, just keeping it ticking over, but at slow pace, yeah. Everything's been at slow pace. So if I go through the key dates and the VO2, because I do like to look at my watch now and again and say, oh, look, I've got a new VO2. So as I mentioned, 20th of January, VO2 Max 55. 10th of February, it was 57. 30th of March, it was 59. You see a bit of consistent growth there. Now, March is when we started lockdown. I think it was 23rd of March. Boris said, that's it, everybody stay at home. Oh, disaster, yeah. Anyway, by the 27th of April, my VO2 had gone up to 63. That's right, that was my note because it hasn't been there in a long time. Longer than I care to mention. I think before Chicago, which would be about near on 18 months ago. So that was a pretty landmark, and I was really chuffed, telling me flatmate, and I thought, ooh, yeah, 63. Now, for me, that is astonishing. Now, I am aware that what we see on these watches, and this is a word of caution, warning, whatever, is these are just guidance. They're not an exact science. I think if I'd done a proper VO2 max with the blood test and lactic threshold and all that, it would probably be a lower number. Because when you look at the predicted times when you get these VO2s, yeah, it's super fast. I'd have world records. Anyway, it carried on going up. I was astonished. 4th of May, it went up to 64. And then this Friday, Friday the 15th, it was 65. Yeah! Oh, man. So happy with that. How did I do it? To save you hours and hours thumbing through people's videos on YouTube's, reading blogs, vlogs, diet, nutrition, whatever. Yeah, I can go through all of that. But basically, it's just down to one thing and one thing only. Yeah. And that is doing, as the train goes by, I don't know if this sound comes out with the underground train that goes by my flat, so I've got the windows open. It's pretty hot today. Anyway, I digress. There's only one thing that we all have to do to get faster. Sorry, did I just say that? I don't feel I'm getting fat. In fact, no, I'm losing weight because my training is good. Should I edit that out? No, I'll keep it in. This is a purely unedited. Oh, if you are still here and you are new, I don't edit my videos, unless apart from the odd tea drinking. I didn't do a tea. I've just had a cup of tea after my lunch. What's that one thing that I do? All I do, I save you hours and months and years, is consistent training. Yeah, I can leave you the link up there, how to run a fast 5K, 10K, half marathon, marathon. Last year, 2019, despite my injuries, setbacks, kidney stones, I broke my running club's record for my age category at all distances. All distances, I broke the club records. That was a parkrun, 5K, 10K, half marathon and marathon. Broke all the records. I got PBs in all distances myself personally last year following this training, yeah. And apart from just missing out on the PB on marathon because basically having got injured in spring, that didn't help. And then when I came back with Chester and then the kidney stones, it just didn't help. So I was literally a couple of minutes off my PB in marathon. But I know next marathon, fingers crossed, all will be fine. The one thing is consistent training. Just consistent and persistent. That's it really. Whatever you want to do. And the type of training that I do, you've seen I've bought an indoor trainer because there was a time where it looked like we're going to have to stay in completely. So I've got an indoor trainer for my bicycle and I do daily, bi-daily, just 10, 15 minutes on the bike, getting the legs going. And now and again, I will do a training session on that turbo bike instead of a run. Yeah. So our bodies don't know when we raise our heart rate, whether I'm on a bike, whether I'm on a swimming pool, whether I'm running or whatever. Yeah, it's exercising the heart rate. Keeping it, for me, is slow. Zone 1, zone 2 is vital. And when I'm reading that book, I mentioned that book of the 80-20 for triathlon. It's the same with running. And again, I mentioned other people. Most of my training is maybe around 90%, maybe even 95%. It used to be 100% slow. And you progressively get quicker for endurance running. Whilst this has been going on, I have thrown in a few speedy sessions as well. But again, it's the consistent training. So we have 7 days a week, 7 days a week. You decide how many of those days you want to do training and you stick to it, whether it's 2 days, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, whatever days you want to do, multiple times on one day, keep it consistent. And that's it really. It's not rocket science. Anyone out there who's claiming you can do this, do that, fancy stuff, fancy that, or drinking some kind of juice or stuff. I mean, there was some talk, I won't mention the brand because they'd probably sue me. They claim it makes you 13% faster by drinking that stuff. Can you smell it? Yeah, it's called BS. Seriously, folks, you know, if you believe any of that, then no. The only thing that makes you fast is training consistently. That's it. Your fitness goes up, training consistently. Yes, in terms of my diet, I'm not eating burgers because they're shut. The fast food places are all closed. So I'm having to cook myself at home. So I'll probably eat more vegetables now. I've got I do nice veggie stew. So me and my flatmate, we take in turns who cooks. Sometimes I might cook multiple days. Sometimes he might cook multiple days. But we're sort of rotating it-ish about. So it's not any fancy diet. I tend to eat what I like. It is predominantly pasta. Not had much pizza. I've only had it once during lockdown. Sometimes Indian takeaway, the local takeaway is still open. But it's, you know, just do consistent training. But on top of that, if I was to give you the icing on the cake, yeah, cake, I like cake as well. If I give you the icing on the cake, enjoy the training, enjoy what you do. If you're enjoying it, it doesn't become a chore. I think when it becomes a chore, that's when, you know, the mojos disappear or whatever, but do what you enjoy. But did you want to know how I've been getting on with my, because I've done another mile time trial yesterday, Saturday. So that's my third one now. And running a mile flat out is blooming hard work, yeah? And it's completely out of my comfort zone because when you're an endurance runner like myself, running just 1 mile flat out is alien to me because my legs aren't used to going that fast. I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to fall apart. Oh, what's going to my legs? Oh. Yeah, so I'm literally all over the place flapping. But I'm in my Reebok Float Ride Fast Pro. So I feel like I'm a rocket ship ready to fly. And on Saturday, so basically every 2 weeks on VO2, it's a website. There's loads of these virtual races. You can enter them. You don't have to enter. You can just set up your own time trial whenever you want. So I've now done 3. And I think I missed the first couple, but that's incidental. So the first time I ran the mile, it was 5 minutes 50. So I was looking to break 6 minutes and I was really happy with that. I'd done 5 minutes 50 and that was with the GoPro. You might want to watch that video. Second time, 5 without the GoPro on my head, 5 minutes and 42 seconds. So I beat that time by 8 seconds, exactly the same route. I'm keeping it consistent. I'm not going out and finding a flatter route or a downhill route or a straight line. I'm doing the same route. So it's sort of up and then a little bit flat and then a little bit down and then it's flat again. So it's predominantly uphill to start with. And then yesterday, wow, 5 minutes and 39. So I'm consistently getting quicker. Now I'm doing some speed sessions. And it's literally maybe once a week. It's only about half an hour after I've done my warm up and there's a cool down as well. And I'll just do either short sprints or I'll do, I tried mile reps last week for the first time. Oh my God, I didn't realize how hard they were. I think I've done 3 1 mile reps and I got consistently slower in every mile. And it was knackering. But hey, it must be helping. But I think the key thing that's helping me, where I'm going to finish off, is the cycling. I've been out regularly for one of my exercises. And as I say, I've replaced a lot of the running with the cycling. So I've been out maybe 2 or 3 times a week on the bike. Now I've got the indoor trainer. I might do 2, maybe 3 indoor training sessions. But this week I'm planning to go out on the bike on an epic ride that I've never done before. I've never done this distance on my own. I've never just done the distance with a group either. So you may recall it was this time last year where I'd done the Velo 100 mile, and that's the first time I've done that 100 mile, and it was epic with virtually no training. Now I've do the training. I mean, the other week I've done 110 kilometers on the bike. Really enjoying it because now we have unlimited time. We can go out on the exercise trail. So this week I'm going to be cycling from London, where I am at the moment, up to Cambridge, and then around a bit of Cambridgeshire, and then work my way back down through Epping Forest and then back down here to London. Total distance is over 200 kilometres. Oh, yeah, it's a long way. So that's, what's that in Imperial? It's about 120 miles, 130 miles. Yeah, about 120, 130 miles, somewhere around there. A long way, yeah. But I feel I'm ready, prepared. I'm going to be on the bike that I've got here. Natalia will be that's the only bike I've got. So she's going to take me up to Cambridge along with my legs turning the wheels. And it's going to be an epic ride. I'll film some on this GoPro that I'm filming right now. I don't think I haven't worked out what kind of filming I'm going to be doing, but I'm seriously looking forward to that. And it's just a way of getting out, exercising, and for me, getting out on the bike, enjoying the beautiful countryside here around Essex, where I am, and East London. It's fantastic. It's such a beautiful area here. I mean, it's astonishing during this time of lockdown and things. You get to see things in a different perspective. I don't know whether you do as well, and learn to appreciate more. I mean, the Leighton Flats, I didn't even know it's called Leighton Flats near here, which is sort of grassland. There's Wanstead Flats, Wanstead Park. There's all sorts of places, beautiful places to run. And yeah, today I had, first time I'd done that 26.2 kilometers, but that's the longest I'd done. Today was a long run, but that was only 22 kilometers ish, 23 kilometers I think. But again, just in zone 1 and zone 2, nice easy running. So hopefully you found this useful. And yet for me it's an astonishing VO2 max. I'm sure it probably go down because when you look at the graphs they tend to go up along, sometimes down and then back up, but it's clearly a consistent upwards. So in summary, what can I say? Go out there and just do consistent training, but above all, enjoy whatever training you do, whether it be walking, running, cycling, whatever, hiking or Nordic walking. I've seen people out with their Nordic sticks doing that. Just enjoy it and enjoy what we have, because there's so many things to be grateful for, even during these times of lockdown. And I think the word that I keep hearing so many times, unprecedented times. Yeah, it's unprecedented that I'm using a GoPro here indoors filming this. So yeah, making history, yeah, whatever. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. If you have enjoyed it and found it useful in some way, a thumbs up, leave some comments below, the usual stuff. And if you've managed to get all the way to the end, give yourself a medal and subscribe. See you later, guys. Don't forget, I'll be off to Cambridge hopefully this week and I'll be filming it for you. Take care. Bye.